squabble up because we got quite a territory to cover. So check this out, guys. This is what works. I want to let you know what works precisely for you, and what worked for me. And I guarantee this is gonna work, guys. This is a latest tea from Freedom Fusion System, our luxury talent agency for luxury pet moms over 40 and digital sis. So guys, check this out. This is what works. This is the latest routine. And keep something in mind, guys, whenever we discover those routines, we operationalize them directly inside of Freedom Fusion Automations. And of course, guys, you already know. You already know. So here's our latest discovery for what works on TikTok to get leads. So guys, here's the first thing what you got to understand is what works is when you respond to people, specifically in comments. In comments, what kind of comments? Well, you see, sooner or later you're gonna find a video, like a video where it could be a normal video. Sure, it could be a viral video, but the bottom line is there's gonna be somebody in the comments in TikTok, in the process of you going through the trials, failures, triumphs, and tribulations. You're gonna discover some of those comments, and when you're gonna be responding to people in comments, people are gonna be like, I bet they're gonna be listening. Now, if you don't respond to people in comments, you're gonna probably you counterintuitively thinking that by not responding you're doing more. But did you guys know, fun fact, did you guys know that you will be getting less and working gazillion times harder if you don't respond back to the comments? Okay, guys, so let that register with you. You're gonna be getting gazillion times, you're gonna be working gazillion times harder if you don't respond to people in comments. So once again, I'm gonna repeat it for you. I'm gonna let it register. This is what works, guys. This is what works. Pay close attention. Now keep something in mind. This technique, sure, it works. It's absolutely amazing. But somehow it's just not understood by many moms over 40. So I'm gonna try to repeat it to you guys. What works, okay? What works on TikTok? So this way you could spawn some more money, okay? So what works is you responding to people in comments. Now I'm gonna repeat that again, third time. What works is responding to people in comments. Okay, the fourth time I'm gonna repeat it. What works is responding to people to comments. Now, okay, now that I hope you guys got it. Okay. I'm gonna get some food. Okay, but now for any of those folks who didn't get it yet, how did I discover that this works? That when you respond to people, you can get leads. Like, how did I discover that? Because I was doing this for about 2 years straight and wasn't getting any leads, and I wouldn't be responding to people in comments. I would be just like on fumes, floating in the space. Why? Because subconsciously I thought, what is the point for me to communicate with people? What is the point for me to respond to people in comments? Like, what is the point? I'm just trying to make a sale. What is the point, right? And guys, that's the scary thing. You could be doing it for many months, heck, even years, and don't discover that. And when people say, well, all you gotta do is respond in the comments, you're gonna be like, nah, I don't want to hear that, because it's counterintuitive to me. Like, this is against me trying to make a sales. I don't really want to respond to people to comments. I just don't. I just want to show my solution, and you watch the video. I don't want to work extra harder. And believe me, guys, this is exactly what's rolling in many moms over 40's brains. They don't want to interact. They just want to kind of ghost and post. Ghost and post. And guys, like, look, I get it. I know. I mean, heck, I mean, I know it's hard to go ahead and respond to people's comments. I know it's hard, but guys, this works. Now, there's one little caveat, guys. It only works if you have something fire, guys. If you have something fire, okay, guys? Like, this took me about close to 2 years to figure out that all I need to do is respond to a comment. And of course, guys, daytime, hi, Kaya, bro. Hello, guys. Hello, thank you for joining. So, guys, this took me about 2 years to figure this out. So some of you will be like, well, that's just crazy. I knew all that. I knew that I, you know, that I need to respond in comments. I knew that. Yeah, guys, I'm sure many of you knew. But perhaps maybe you at some point wondered, well, like, suppose I do respond to comments. What am I going to respond with in order for me to get leads? And of course, I'm going super philosophical, guys. I'm going super philosophical. I'm describing the P to infinity, so this way it registers with you, because he didn't register with me for like 2 years, guys. I was just on fumes, on like confident, like how can I describe that? Like in a limitless journey of constantly flying in a la-la land. Does it feel like you, guys? Does it feel like you? And if it does, continue listening, because this will probably change your entire marketing strategy around. And you're gonna be like, damn, that kind of does sound like me. And once you fix this, guys, once you fix this problem, man, you're gonna be spawning money, guys. Man, you're gonna be spawning money, guys. But in order for you to fix it, you need a little help, because your subconscious you doesn't respond to people in comments. You don't really know what to respond with, or maybe you do, but you just feel like it's counterintuitive. It's not like something that's gonna help you to make a sale. But the truth is, if you don't do it, it's gonna be a zillion times harder for you to make a sale if you don't communicate. So I'm gonna go ahead and tell you exactly the routine that I used to get people to kind of notice some of our Freedom Fusion automations. And yeah, as soon as I did this, guys, as soon as I started responding to comments, immediately, guys, I was getting, like, people would add my video into favorite. People would be liking it. Before it would be like, maybe I'd get a 1 like, rarely, barely get even a like, even though it's completely fire. The video is like absolutely insane, with insane amount of value. Can you guys believe how social platforms just get it wrong? How everything is just built based on engagement, and how you could literally just not know about something absolutely incredible that exists just because of this biased algorithm that social platforms use to reward people based on likes and views and followers, and how misleading this is. You could find gold mine, guys. Just heck, I mean, on any socials, I mean, heck, you browse around, you're gonna find people with like 0 views, but incredible amount of like gold for you. But you won't discover them because of those algorithms, because of biases inside of the algorithm. So so how do you battle with that? How do you solve the problem of, well, first of all, finding the right people, and second of all, getting other folks to find you, and so this way you get some leads and have more fun and be a happy camper and make more sales. How do you do that, guys? Well, what I did is I made it super easy based on my trials, failures, triumphs, and tribulations, and constant failures. What I did is I took those failures that I happened to cross myself, and what I did is I experimented on the internet to see what works. And I also, you know, sniped a couple of gurus out there, sniped their content. And what we did is we operationalized what works to make it super easy for you to, like, respond to people with comments. I know you don't want to respond. It's against your like will. I get it. I'm like that too. But those automations will guide you. They will understand you smiling. They will understand your gestures. There's going to be a little friendly avatar. I was thinking about cloning my tonality and all that into an avatar. So this way it laughs like this and guides you directly on the phone, and and you will be more inclined in responding to people's comments as you're using your iPhone and be like, yo sis, go ahead and like doom scroll a little bit on TikTok and then respond to a few comments here and there, and then click here, and you just do it, and you're just kind of mindlessly doing it, and you're gonna be more willingly to do that, and you're gonna be more willingly interested in doing so versus just kind of listening to some static TikTok video that is not integrated in your lifestyle, doesn't know anything about you, doesn't respond to your emotions, doesn't respond to your smiles, doesn't respond to your gestures, and being kind of a one-sided TV kind of thing. Well, that's how I kind of feel, guys. When I watch any kind of TikTok videos, I feel like I'm watching TV, even though sure you could respond to comments, but it's still, I'm too lazy to respond to comments. I don't want to respond to random comments. I want to respond to comments that are very interested to be. But how do I remove the laziness and get to respond to comments, but still be lazy? So how do I do that? And hello guys, we got I'm a monkey. Well, we got a lot of folks over here. We got Ilem K.I. Shehzadi saying hi. We got a lot of interesting folks joining and kind of learning from some of my struggles, triumphs, trials, and tribulations. I know, guys, it's a bit mesmerizing listening to somebody failing and then discovering some of those solutions and then engineering them and operationalizing them and then just whipping them out and handing them off to you like a Robin Hood. And guys, it's true. You could spawn more money. You could, for all practical purposes, like you may have already created a fire product of some sort, but because of this bias that you're seeing being invoked upon platforms, you're not being seen, and as a result of that, you feel like whatever it is that you created is not good, but it could be incredibly amazing, guys. But because of that simple concept of you not responding to people because of how you feel, of your psychological state, that you just created something good, you don't feel like you need to comment to anybody and show that video. Instead, you just kind of ghost and post. And I totally get it, guys. I'm like you too. I'm like that too. It's a psychological construct that exists in your brain that is holding you hostage. And of course, you wanna make money, but of course, what you wanna do, you wanna respond. But when you respond, the cool part about it, if you use those Freedom Fusion automations, it's gonna be so easy for you guys. You're gonna have what we're doing. We're cooking that avatar for you so it smiles and understands you, supports you, like almost like a little therapist inside of a mobile browser-based app, sort of like a little browser window. And guys, trust me, that's what you need. That's what I discovered. More people don't want one-sided TikTok conversations. They want to interact while building. They want to grow while building. And that's what we did. We cooked up some of those incredible automations, like stirring up the pot. One of our incredible automations, it just makes it super easy for you to interface with an AI avatar directly in a browser-based app. It's designed using Google Stitch, guys. It was I went ahead and I showed it to you how I designed it in case if you guys are interested. But it's kind of insane, guys. I mean, at first I thought about this whole idea about how many people they don't really need advice from TikTok gurus. They really want step-by-step guidance across their brand as they're building it. So this way they can make more sales, and they want the advice based on extreme level of personalization that is infused into their iPhones based on them as a person, based on the brand, based on the products that they're trying to sell. And that's what people need. That's what I discovered. Once I made that discovery, I was like, I bet, let me go ahead and cook something up for you guys. So this way you guys gonna be you're gonna be so amazed, guys. Once you start using those automations, you're gonna love it so much. They're gonna come back to me and you're gonna be like, Rome, I want this automation, please help me. And I'll be like, I bet. But right now, guys, I'm gonna get some Chinese food, and later on I gotta do some change controls real quick. So that's pretty much the idea. And of course, guys, once that happens, I'm gonna hook you up with some interesting workshops, and yes, show you how to monetize your pets, cats, and dogs on a go. So that's what's up. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna get going. I'm gonna get Chinese food real quick. So, yeah, can I get a general sesame chicken combo? Yeah. Can I get a miso soup? Yeah. That's it.